It's been,
A year and a
yeah,
half, 2 years.
almost 2 years since the last one.
They just don't know.
No, they do not.
We just don't call it a comeback. We
No,
changed format.
it's a rebirth.
Is there a rebirth? Yeah.
Or what?
I mean,
Or are we remastered?
or remixed,
Remixed. Indeed.
new and improved, or broken down and old.
Broken down and old.
That's probably the best way to put it. So
Yep.
all I can say is, at the end of the day, welcome. This is John
And
and
this is
Ron
Ron.
from the
Kidding.
Real Talk Eastern Shore podcast. We have redone and revamped the whole podcast now because we decided that we needed to take off because of other things that were happening in life. And man, some things happened that we didn't even realize it was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we are now what we call
Two walking.
lazy.
Two walking
Oh, two
potato.
walking potatoes. So we realized how fat we really were, and we started to realize that we need to start walking.
Yep. And this all happened when we ended up having to go to the doctors against.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
Let's
hold
start
on,
with
hold on.
you.
I better start with mine.
Yeah,
so
you-
they
it
know.
has to
They
start with
understand.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine was not a doctor's appointment. Mine was so. So I would say this is September 2023,
Mhm.
2024. So went to work. You know, so I'm at work. We actually had other jobs compared to podcasts. So my job was pretty much being a supervisor inside a warehouse that was logistics. And so I'm at work, and I started feeling a little weird. Eyes were going all over the place, like I was trying to, concentrate on things. And someone came up to me and said, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good." But I realized I wasn't. Um, my eyes were all over the place. I couldn't concentrate on anything. I couldn't sit there and really look at things because it was just my eyes just all over the place. They was going left, right, all over. So we got done with some of the warehouse work. About an hour later, I sat down. I realized that I stumbled. So I stumbled and fell into the chair, and I'm a big boy. I'm like, I know everything. I don't give a shit. Whatever. I'm just tired or dehydrated, whatever. So let me drink a lot of water. So I drank a lot of water. I drank so much water. Oh my god! I think I pissed about 12 times in about 3 hours span. But it was so difficult to get from the chair to the bathroom, which is probably 12 steps. So I get out. I looked at my boss and said, "Listen, I'm gonna go home. I'm just not feeling well." It's like, okay. So I got in the car. So the thing about when you get in a car, your body knows how much pressure to hit on the speedometer, the accelerator, and the brake. So when I started driving, now I'm gonna remind you, from Milford to Dover is about good 30 to 45-minute ride, depending on how much traffic there is. So with that being said, I'm heading to Dover. I'm starting to move out of Milford, and my body, my legs could not tell how much pressure I needed for the brakes or the accelerator. So like when I'm hitting the accelerator, like I'm going from 0 to 60 in like 2.3 seconds, like like literally it's like going forward,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm getting up to the stoplight, so I took off my accelerator, so I got my foot kind of like off to the side because I don't want to hit it so hard because I'm afraid that I'm just going to keep on pushing and I'm going to be going way too fast when I need to be. So I'm thinking, okay, let me hit the brakes real quick. Well, I hit the brakes, man, because I had no, like, I guess because we drive every day, we know how much pressure needs to be put on brakes
Mm-hmm.
and accelerator. I couldn't tell you. It was just my foot was just slammed against the brakes. So it was like, so I had to make it all the way home. This was on a Thursday. So I'm like, man, I don't know what the hell's going on. Let me just go home. Let me go to sleep. Blah, blah, blah. Do that. Next day, I'm feeling all right. I'm not too bad. I'm like, must just been, a little sick or something like that. So I go back down to Milford. I still realize I have some problems with my feet. in my legs because like I'm literally like pushing, like pushing down, jerking, my whole body's jerking because like I'm hitting brakes, I'm hitting accelerator, hitting brakes, hit accelerator because I'm going like 75 miles an hour. Then I hit the brakes, I'm going like 20 miles an hour. So we're through that. Left work again early, came home. Now remind you, 30 years of smoking,
Mm.
chocolate cupcakes every day, Mountain Dew on a regular. Now, granted, I still do Mountain Dew, but not that much. It's here and there. So I'm like, man, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I can't even believe it. Like, what's going on with me?
Right.
Like, I don't know what's going on. So, like, I come home, and I'm like, man, I got to do something. Something's got to change. I can't do this too much longer. So I'm looking at my significant other. I'm like, hey, something's got to give. Well, you need to go to the hospital. I'm like, no, I'm not going to the hospital. It's too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know it yourself. Like the hospital bills are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, no, I'll suck it up. I'll be fine. Well, it could be something that you don't know nothing about. It might be. I don't know what it is, but it's not good. I was like, no shit. You know what I mean? Like I can't even walk. I was stumbling. Like it was so bad. So when you walk a straight line, it's foot upon foot upon foot, forward, backward, forward, backwards. I was walking 2 foot straight, 12 foot to the side. Then I would do a diagonal and try to get it straight, and I couldn't walk straight at all. So, like, I knew something was up. I knew my balance was off and everything, and I was like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do here. This is ridiculous. So, Saturday,
All right.
this, now,
Yeah.
remind you, this is like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the hospital. Doing all these tests, and I'm like, okay, you're just poking me. You just want to poke me because you like poking me, stuff like that. I'm trying to make fun of it because I'm not. I'm worried to a point, but I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, I'm okay. I'll be fine. So,
You didn't want something to be wrong, but part of you knew
I
something
knew
was
something was wrong, but I just didn't know what was wrong. I was more worried about what am I going to do if this is a major situation.
right. Right.
Like, how am I going to get myself to be able to work and etc.
Mm-hmm.
So we got there I think 7 in the morning. Of course, it takes till 3:30 in the afternoon to get all the tests back and everything, and they let me know that I had a stroke.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, you have like a 6 millimeter hole in the back of your head, which is on top of your head, like right in that crest right there, right in the top.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a little hole. He was like, that's from the stroke. I said, well, what was the stroke from? He said, well, don't think 30 years of smoking helped. I was like, probably not. He was like, by the way, do you know your sugar was over 500?
Oh shit.
No, I didn't know that. What is it right now? 640. Okay, thanks, buddy. And then it's, well, your blood pressure was really high too. It was like 200 something. I
Mhm.
was like, what the hell? I was like, man, are you serious? So I'm getting, you need to stay in the hospital. We're going to do tests on you. I don't know how long it's going to be. I told him no. The doctor goes, well, you could die. I was like, well, I could have died Thursday, but I didn't die, so I think I'm okay. I just want to let you know, okay? He got mad. He said, you're going to have to sign yourself out. I said, okay, that's fine. I said, but I'll be back. Don't worry about that. I said, you're not going to keep me in this hospital and charge me 2 more days for nothing. You're not going to do nothing. All you're going to do is sit there and look at me like I'm stupid. And then, because that would have been Saturday night, Sunday, Sunday night, and they're not going to do tests till Monday anyway. Because usually most hospitals that I know of, they wait till the weekdays start doing stuff like that.
No, they have labs and everything running 24/7.
Well, I was told by someone in a hospital close by that they don't do that there. That's why I was like, no, I ain't trying to do this
Gotcha.
shit. Because my opinion was, I'm not going to get out here alive anyway, so I ain't worried about it, you know what I mean? So I come back home. Saturday I stayed. Sunday I stayed here. And I was still smoking.
Smart. Okay.
Yeah, I was still smoking. I admit that. I still was,
Oh yeah, yeah.
you know. And I remember looking at the cigarette. It was at 10 o'clock, and I looked at it. I smoked half of it. I looked at it. I was like, I can't do it no more. I
Hmm.
can't. I said, I'm going to the hospital. So I went in the hospital. They admitted me at 3:30 in the morning. So one thing I'll say, haven't touched a cigarette since. Year and, what was that, year and a half? Year and 3/4?
Yeah,
3?
almost 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
September-ish.
And oh
September will
my
be 2 years,
God, the
right?
smell. Oh my Lord, it is so ratchet now.
Especially on people's clothes.
Yes. Like I can smell it now. I can be almost a good 30 foot away and I can smell a cigarette. And I'm like, man, did I used to smell like that?
Because I remember getting into your car and seeing all the cigarette butts that you
Not
got
that car.
detail. No, 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 no,
No.
not your new one.
No, my Cherokee.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it was rough.
yeah.
But thank God it was gone. I didn't have to do it no more because I got a new car. And I'm telling you, man, like it's unreal what I smell now. Like, dude, it's so bad sometimes. Some of the stuff I smell, I'm like, oh my God. Like, how did I not like I literally told an employee a couple weeks ago. I said, "You know, you smell like a cigarette butt, right?" He was like, "Nah, no, I don't." I was like, "Dude, I smell you." He's like, "What are you doing smelling me?" I said, "I got no choice." I said, "This is what happens. You smell different smells. You eat different things because that smell changes." I was like, I never thought I would be so like grotesque about cigarettes. I don't judge people by doing it now. But I know, like, if I see you smoking a cigarette, I can be by you, but not long
Mm-hmm.
because it just gets to me
Yep.
now. And it's amazing that I went all that time and it didn't bother me one bit. Now it does. So, on top of that, I go to the doctor all the time now, trying to get the sugar
Under control.
under control.
Yeah.
So, my sugar when I was going in there is like 4 something
Ooh,
on a regular.
you're right.
But we almost got it down where we need to. It's going to take a little bit more time because
Right.
they got to play with all the medicines.
Yeah.
Like they give you a medicine and you're like a guinea pig. And you're like, here you go. Let's see what happens to you. Oh, you stroked out. There you go. We'll try a different one. You know what I mean? So
So you're taking medicine
I'm
for your
taking.
sugar.
So I had 0 pills. The last time I was on this little thing called a microfilm, 0 pills.
Mm-hmm.
I am on about 12 now. And it's so bad because I hate it. I hate it with a passion.
Oh, I understand.
My blood pressure's under control. Thank God. Every once in a while, I still go back to sin with my sugars,
Yeah.
but I don't do it like I was. Like I thought I was invincible, and I wasn't.
Oh, I know. Last time we were in front of these microphones, you would have 2 of those
Yes,
Mountain Dews and a couple other things.
correct.
I
I
mean,
can't do it now.
I can't say anything. I had 2 Cokes with me.
And that's true. They were talking about that. So they were talking about how sugar affects, like, because it's diabetes too.
Mhm.
Is it? I think I got
Type 2?
Type 2, I think it's called. And or it's type B. I forget what it is exactly. But they were like, listen, you're gonna have to stop sugars. But they were at first impressed that I stopped cigarettes. Like I've not touched cigarettes since I've been
Mhm.
out of the hospital. And they were like, listen, this is what we're gonna do. We understand you're gonna have to have a vice. I'd rather you do slowly increments of nothing to sugar, because if you do no sugar and no cigarettes, your system is going to shock. So we'd rather you just slowly draw back
Right.
on sugar. I was like, all right. I mean, I've had a couple instances where thought I'd be stroking out again. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. But I mean, it's not too bad. Like I don't recommend stroke 0 on 5 stars. So no
0?
stars, zero stars.
Well,
I
shit.
mean,
I guess
you
I'm
do-
not gonna get one.
Yeah, like
At least not by choice.
yeah, exactly. Like honestly, it's like a roller coaster ride, really. Like because you're trying to control what you're doing and you can't,
Mm-hmm.
and you're trying to walk straight to somebody you can't. Nothing you do is right in your mind and that whole nine. So it was kind of terrifying, but to a point, like I guess because I didn't realize I really knew, it wasn't so bad.
Right.
But the good thing was, like I said, seeing them cigarette packs, how much they are now, thank God I stopped.
Yeah.
Yo, that's another mortgage itself, almost. I can't
Yeah.
do it.
Because a lot of people smoke more than a pack a day.
On the average, I
I'll
think
smoke a carton a day, a week.
I think it's like hard in a week on an average. That's a lot.
It's
And
$140
yeah,
in Denton.
yeah, that's ridiculous.
Mm.
140 times 4 is what, 560? And then you figure 560, that's a car payment at least.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst. And I mean, thank God. I mean, now I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I don't have my deadly sins of Mountain Dew or whatever, but like it's way less of what it is. And now it's because I got pills. It kind of, it evens it out to a point. I mean, it's still every once in a while, like, it'll kick up a little bit higher than what I want, and I'm like,
Right.
ooh, and I start feeling it because I'll feel drowsy, want to go to sleep all the time, I get like a headache. There's so many after things that happen, and you start reading about it, like what a stroke can do to you. Like it really can kill you. Like, and you have no choice. Like you can't fight it. It just gets you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like they told me that I'm lucky because I was only in the hospital for a day and a half. Because they did a test, they did this, and I told them, I said, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I kept on telling them. Was it smart? Probably not. But I can't stand a bed. I know the hospital beds suck.
Yes.
The hospital room sucks.
Mm.
My nurses took care of Daddy. But, I mean, they were on top of me, though. They were all, are you okay? Do you need help? Do you get up to go to the bathroom? I'm good. Okay. Do you need a bedpan? No, I'm good. The food in the hospital is the worst thing in the world. Man, the eggs taste like grass. It was the most nastiest shit I ever tasted in my life. I'm telling you. Like, it was terrible. I was not allowed no salt. Was not nothing.
Oh, you couldn't even season it.
Nope. There was no season. It was straight white. Like, complete straight white.
Straight white.
Yeah,
Got it.
Caucasianish. Like, I was like, man. And the worst part, like I said, the eggs taste like grass. I think I had. What did I have? It was something that was supposed to be like chicken parm, but it was like pa. Like it didn't have like the sauce. Like it was a little dab of sauce and maybe a piece of cheese that was a quarter inch. Like they were really teasing me. I thought it was kind of messed up, but I mean, good old hospital food.
Sure, you probably didn't want to eat it anyway.
Well, don't you eat a hospital food at your place?
No.
No?
I either take food with me for lunch.
Is it that bad over there?
It can be.
Okay.
The omelets in the morning are good
Oh,
because they'll
okay.
make them right in front of you.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
you're on
it's
point.
not like mass. I mean, it's mass produced, but
Yeah.
but yeah, the omelets in the morning are good. But I don't eat lunch there.
Yeah, I can understand. I've heard some good and bad stories of hospital food. So
Mhm.
I mean, there's some good things. I mean, it's not a bad thing at the end. But I mean, yeah, that's not all the reason why we haven't been on, but that was a big reason that started it off.
Mhm. Yeah.
It wasn't just one thing. And listen, this is going to happen over time that everything's going to come out, and we're going to let you know what it is and everything. But this is just one of many things because I wasn't the only one that had a health scare. I think John would probably be more than willing to, tell us what happened to him. So
Yeah.
go ahead, John. It's all yours.
I'm good now. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah, well,
I'm
you're
good.
better
Yeah.
than what you were.
Yeah, better.
Because mentally, it was taking a toll on you.
Mm-hmm. It was. Yeah.
Because not all health scares, even if it could be a big one or a little one, but still, people think about it, and it's a mental health situation. So I can understand. Like yours was a big one. It could have been a big one.
Could have been. It still might. I'm actually in the process of still testing.
Yeah.
But not long after your events,
Mhm.
so January of 2024, which I had just quit smoking in December, so not long after that either. So I literally stopped smoking not long after you. I went to a cardiologist because I have no family history. I'm adopted out of a third world country. That sounded southern.
So my question. So there you go. So Trump ain't gonna deport you, is he?
Huh?
Trump ain't gonna deport you, is he?
He might.
Okay. Well, just let me know when it happens.
No, I mean, he'll look at my skin. He's like, oh, no, he's okay for now.
Well, I mean, if you give him the five first names you have, I don't know how that's gonna work.
Shit, he only needs to know two of them.
John.
John.
There you go.
John Carlos.
John Carlos, there you go.
So yeah, I went to a cardiologist, and he said, "Well, your blood pressure's high, and it's always been high." But he's like, "Why has it always been high? Your doctors haven't done anything." Blah blah blah. After that, he gave me some blood pressure medicine, so that's kind of good.
Good.
But he had some blood work done. Then I was asked to see not endocrinologist,
Colleges or something like that.
that, but not in college. Sorry, a liver specialist.
Oh, liver. Well, that's a
Because
big difference.
yeah, big difference. Thankfully, um, a liver specialist because there was something wrong with my liver. There was scarring on it, according to the blood work. So this person wanted me to get a fibro scan, which actually looks deeper to see actually what's going on with the liver. And it was stage 3 liver disease, according to this fibro scan. I had to get a liver biopsy not long after that. I'm like thinking, shit, if I die,
So I do got a question. So you said it's a level 3,
yeah,
right?
it's
So it's stage 3.
stage 3.
So you're almost to stage 4, which
Mm.
is almost like hospice, kind of.
Kind
right?
of, yeah, because it's deteriorating.
Yeah. So I was trying to figure that out because I was sitting there thinking to myself, I was like, I think that's like stage like 4. You go to hospice or like stage. Like,
Yeah, depending on the disease
Yeah.
itself. But yeah, on this one, it's 3, depending on where you are, I guess on stage 3.
Mhm.
It keeps deteriorating, but I was got a biopsy. The liver specialist from Baltimore had to go over there. Said you need to lose weight. One, I had already quit smoking, so that wasn't a problem.
You were getting like no neck at one point.
I know I can kind of see my shape
I
over
can
here
I
now.
can see some shape now. I mean, you were like shaped of a pear, but I mean, it's
Oh
just
yeah,
no neck.
like, bloop, bloop. Yeah. So I had to lose weight. Had to um, stop eating the crap I was eating. So as you can see, I have water instead of Coke now. Carrying with me. Not that I don't drink Coke. I still do. You can't
Everyone,
give everything out. Yeah.
listen, everyone has to understand that in light of situations of
Mhm.
health, when they tell you to get rid of everything, which I totally understand, they don't let you know that hey, it's okay to bench once in a
Yeah.
while. It's not a bad thing.
And the main thing I gave up, which was no harm to me at all, was McDonald's. Because as you know, and probably anyone who listened to Real Talk ES before, I was having McDonald's every morning for breakfast, Saturday and Sunday included, for years.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why my neck was gone.
Oh yeah, it was like no, it was like looked like a tree trunk. I was like, what the hell's wrong with that guy?
So I was like, yep, that was it. Gave that up. Since then, I've gotten a different test. My liver panel is good.
Good, good, good. That's always
It's better.
that's a good thing.
I
That's a
still
good.
have to get a fibro scan at the end of this month, and then another one September for them to actually say you're doing okay.
So,
And I am taking medicine for it.
so
So
how
it's
many pills
actually
you doing now?
only 2,
How many were you taking before?
0. Yeah,
We're moving on up.
yeah.
We're moving.
You know
on
how
up.
they say when you go to a doctor, they're just gonna find something wrong,
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
They do.
they do.
They do.
But it's actually wrong. It's not like they created it, or do we know?
So, so I've noticed you gotten gray hair now.
Oh my God, yeah.
I don't know if you knew that or not.
That's not
but
from the pills. That's just
that's from kids. Though.
kids.
And the fact is, you're married, and now I'm married. In this past December, you know.
That's right.
So
That's right.
I adopted two. Well, I'm about to adopt 2 girls that are my stepdaughters.
Mm-hmm.
14 and 11, and they're paying the damn ass, and it
Mhm.
cost me a lot of money because all they do want to wrestle. But thank God they kind of keep me going because I don't think if I was going, I probably wouldn't be here. You
No.
know?
Yeah.
I'd probably give up. It makes me move, makes me go. That's what things about kids. You know, when you have kids, when you want to just throw in the towel, you can't. You just got to keep going.
Mhm.
You got to keep pushing.
Yep.
Because I mean, being in the health scares, I mean, with the stroke I had and the liver situation you had, I know it does a little bit to your mental. You know what I mean? Because I know, like, mentally, I'm just like, man, do I really want to deal with this BS? Like, what do I want to do? Now I got something in life that I want to push for, And the good thing is, like, we were pushing so much to get where we wanted to go. And unfortunately, even though we didn't get there, we still have a chance to get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. Like, we were all hyped up about what we were about to do and everything, and then it just all fell through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's part of life. Good and bad. Some positives, some negatives. You just keep pushing. And like him with his liver situation, that could have been a very bad scenario because who knows? How long that might have went down. You know what I mean? He's
Mm.
still got to keep an eye on it now.
Yeah.
You know
What
what I mean?
would have happened if I didn't go to a cardiologist and him started all the tests? Because my primary care for years said, oh, okay, you just run high blood pressure, you're fine.
Because that's all they know.
Because that's all they know.
That's all
You,
they know. Like they
th-
know the bare minimum.
hmm That's why you got to go to specialists.
Correct. And that's why that guy was like, okay, well, let me know what's going on because something's not right with your liver. Let
Right.
me spec this out. And that's what people don't realize. Like, they're like, well, I went to my primary care doctor. He said there was nothing wrong. Watch what's going on.
Ooh, I will say I was also diagnosed with diabetes type 2.
Diabetes.
I forgot to tell you that.
Oh, so we on the same page.
But I changed my diet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm under the diabetes level now.
Below 6?
Below 6. Yeah, I'm
Below
5.8 or
6.
something.
Yeah, it's below
Yeah.
6.
Because I was at 7.5 when they tested me. Or 7.8, sorry.
I was at 14.5.
Holy shit.
That's how bad it was. 14.5.
Holy crap.
The most they ever seen anybody on was 21.
Alive?
Alive. 21. Said it's immaculate they were alive. Said the reason why though is because their sugar was so high all the time, their body was running like that. So it was running overtime the whole time. Um, and I learned that because like I didn't know nothing about it like that.
Mhm.
They were like, "Oh well, your sugar is like 8.1." I'm like, "Oh man, that's bad." Now they're like, "Yo, like it goes past this line of 14 or 15, like they freak the fuck out." Like
Mhm.
I totally understand it. Like that's part of their job. You know, so the biggest things, healthcare, self care. That's something that I think me and you forgot.
Mm.
I think me and you were more driven to do other things than worry about self care. So
Yeah.
that's another reason why, if you haven't noticed, we are not Real Talk Eastern Shore anymore. We are more about self care. We have to take care of ourselves, but we're also going to do something different. During our podcast here in the future, we will be walking at certain locations. We'll probably post before that day where we're going to walk.
Mhm.
You guys are more welcome to join us. We can have conversation, talk, be on the podcast, whatever. We'll have mics with us, the whole nine.
Yep.
Um, so I want you guys to understand though, it's not just going to be in Dover. We're going to be other places. We plan on probably being over by the bridge, up in Middletown, down in Salisbury, over in Cambridge.
I got nothing.
But no, so we're going to welcome to you guys to come with us. This is something that me and John. So maybe it's better said that not say this for John, but for me, I've been lazy for a long time. I just sometimes in life you just you're caught up in everything else and just not caring about yourself. And sometimes you need to care about yourself because if you don't care about yourself, who's going to care for you? The doctors will diagnose you. They'll take your money and let you know what's wrong with you. But if you don't take care of yourself, then it means nothing. You're just going to pass on.
Mhm.
Now, so being 49 years old and knowing that I'm right hitting half century, got at least hit half century. 50 years is a long time in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So these are the times, the days that me and John are starting to realize that we're not the young chickens no more. We don't do what we used to do. We don't be a DJ or be a bouncer or hang out two,
So
3 in the morning.
3 in the morning, right?
You know what I mean? Now, curtains down, curtains up, lights off, 9 o'clock. I'm sleeping. I'm out.
I'm usually up late on that, but I'll be on my couch binge watching something or
There you go.
resting, relaxing.
Relax and resting because at the end of the day, that's what you need to do.
Mhm.
We need to do as a people, as relax and all that. So, starting, like I said, I'll be in the future, probably in the next like month or so. It's gonna be really nice, summertime. Might even go to, what? Wouldn't be bad to go to the boardwalk.
Boardwalk, yeah.
You know what I mean? And watch out for them seagulls.
Yeah.
You don't know about them seagulls?
I know one of them seagulls shit on me one time. What?
Alka-Seltzer. No, I
Alka-Seltzer.
better not do that. It started blowing up all over the place. They will have big problems. So definitely, but like I'm going to say, anybody to listen to Eastern Shore, Real Talk Eastern Shore, we welcome you here to, Two Lazy Potatoes.
Two walking
Two
potatoes.
walking lazy. We
One
are
of the.
lazy.
Yeah, I know. And our point is to be walking.
Well, we're going to be two walking potatoes. You know what I mean?
One of these days you'll get the name
I
right.
am shaped like a potato. I got to admit.
I used to be.
Yeah, yeah,
Ish.
yeah, ish. You still got a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. I got a lot more to go.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to get down to 190. I've not seen 190 since sixth grade.
I haven't seen 190 since I got out of boot camp.
So man, I'd be sexy as shit.
Oh no, since I got
190.
into boot camp, not out.
Man,
I got out at 155.
ooh,
Yeah.
man, me 190. I'll be guns out, blood,
Blah, blah,
sun
blah,
out,
blah,
blood
blah.
out. It don't matter though. At the end of
Your
the
brain
day,
just shut down.
we shut down. Totally shit. But no, so I mean, this was the first podcast that we went with. We want you guys to come back. We want to hear from you. Any questions, anything you want us to talk about at any time, hit us up on Two Walking Potatoes
There you go.
on Facebook, Instagram,
And that's it. That's all.
and
we
that's
have
all we
for
got right now.
Yeah.
We will be having merchandise here soon as well. I'm not going to dress as a potato. I just don't think I look attractive as a potato, but I am a potato, and I'm cool with that.
There we go.
So I'm good with that. So, first one down in the books. Definitely going to have one next weekend, correct?
Yeah. I don't promise anything yet, but yes, that is the current objective.
Correct. And also, just to let you know, this is not going to be the only podcast in the family that we have now under the blanket of Two Walking Potatoes, correct?
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot more podcasts, and it's all going to be coming from here, the area of the Eastern Shore. Remember, we talked about the island of, Delmarva. But just keep that in mind, and we're going to promote those as well on our Facebook page. And there'll be Facebook pages for them and some merchandise if you want some. But that's where we're going to go with this. We're 100% in. Just remind you, we haven't forgot about what we were going to talk about business. We still have that in mind. Fell through. We're going to go back. We're going to try to make it happen. We're going to try to make something happen.
Mm-hmm.
If you think of any business that you would like to see in your area, in your town, in the city, I mean, just somewhere near you, just let us know. There's something we can always think about. Because at the end of the day, like, we got 450,000 ideas. We got to narrow down to one. We have one.
And it was stolen
It was stolen.
3 times.
3.5.
Oh, okay.
We'll go 3.5.
3.5.
But at the end of the day, it might fit where you're at. So we never know. So we definitely want to hear from you. So, good podcast today.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. We talked about our health, that we could have died at any time,
Anytime.
and we came back stronger for them, for our people, our love of people, and make them know that what, they're number one.
You're number one.
That's correct. So from Ron,
And John.
today is the day of infamy, where we will sit down and live another day from the health where we were.
Okay.
So, totally, today, have a good day and have
And-
a wonderful night.
Mm-hmm.